My approach to the long snap is pre-snap. First, I make sure that my grip's right. I make sure that I have the laces, and make sure when I look back, I find my spot, and I usually look at the belt loop of the punter. That gives me a good idea that if I miss a little high, it's going to be around the belly button. If I miss a little low, it's going to be around his hip area or maybe mid-thigh. Don't really want mid-thigh, but I really like to hit the hip. During the snap, I take a second and make sure I find my spot, and then when I look up at the ground about, I don't know, maybe a yard ahead of me, just to get set and really relax, take a deep breath, let out the air, and then as soon as I let the air out, I'm whipping it back. I mean, I'm following through, I'm making sure I'm using my hands, I'm flicking my hands so that it creates a nice little tight spiral to the punter, and as soon as I see the ball fly, I know it's good, and I'm off and running. My mindset going into the snap is, before pre-snap, I'm making sure I have my grip right, and I'm making sure that I find my spot on the punter, which is I'm focusing usually on a belt loop or something like really small, something maybe in between like the numbers or like the little hole on our jerseys, a small spot so I'm not missing. My technique when I long snap is, well, first is my grip, which is a little bit different than most, and I grip middle finger in the 1 hole and opposite ring finger in the 3 hole. Gives me a good grip and make sure it's a little different, and make sure that it's tight and firm. I'm making sure I'm set, and I'm a non-look snapper on punt. So I'll look back, I'll find my spot, and then I'll raise up and look ahead of the ball, just so I can get my body really forcing backwards when I whip my head through. And that creates a little more speed and helps the ball get a little more better spiral. I go ahead and snap the ball. I'm really trying to keep the ball as low as the ground as possible, not skimming it, but I'm really letting the ball like basically skim the ground, but keeping it off just a little bit. And then towards the end of the snap, I really flick my wrist so that it creates that nice little tight spiral. What happens after the ball is punted is I run downfield. I try to, if somebody's trying to block me, I make sure to use the techniques that the coaching staff has taught me to get off blocks and get downfield. And hopefully, if the returner hasn't fair caught the ball, maybe I'll take an opportunity to take a shot and maybe make a tackle.
We're playing those mind games together.
Entrance. You've seen it before, and it never grows old.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, and I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord.
Trouble in the throw, got a receiver coming back, he doesn't see him, instead throws it deep down the field, 49 cent, he's got it, at the 10, at the 5,